Can I get a 1 in the chat? Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Take some deep breaths, Juti. Thank you, Wild Wang. Give me 1 minute, please. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, baby. You know what it is. It's a vibe, it's a frequency, and it is a mindset. Get into it. They also call me the Queen of Info, baby, because I come with the news, the topics, and all the things. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody in my chat, the chosen ones, the warriors. So happy you could make it. I see you, Wayne, Faye, Juti, if you're still here. Hoping you're feeling better very soon. I'm going to shout out to Season Sagittarius, who popped into the chat. I know she's at work right now, but she'll be in the replay. Thank you so much for taking the time. Also, Michelle, hello to you. Yes, UK Faye is back in the building. It's so good to see you. And yeah, I think we can just go ahead and get started with today's program. So before we do, I do meditation coaching as well as my 9 to 5. And I want to encourage some deep breaths right now, some internal work if we can. So if you're able, please take a moment and close your eyes, sit back and relax or lay down and just, relax your body. And we're going to breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Deeper with each breath, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And as you breathe in, we're thinking positivity and good health and wealth and abundance and love. Breathe in. And then out. And as you exhale, focus on release all the things that are creating tension, anxiety, fear, all the things that are keeping you tethered and bound. When you inhale, think of the things that will set you free, which again is love, positive vibes, good health, wealth, abundance. And then releasing all the chatter, all the things you've taken in throughout the day, other people, traffic, internet, all the things that are maybe worrying you, have you in a little bit of fear, have you tethered down, maybe things you're not even aware of, any demonic spirits that might have attached to you during your time out in the world. Deep breath, one more. And then out. Embrace the freedom, the relaxation, the internalizing of positive vibes. And just remember, you are in control of the self, which then projects out into your outer world. Okay. So do that as much as you can throughout the day and release all of this extra baggage that you're carrying around. Because whether you know it or not, you're picking up energies as you move, whether you're inside the house or out in the world. When you're on the internet or talking to people on the phone or, whatever it is you're doing throughout the day that has to do with the outside self, just know that you are picking up energies. And then, over time, they do become heavy and they turn into stress, anxiety, and, health issues, things like that. So we want to make sure we're releasing those things regularly. Okay. You're so welcome, Juti. Thank you so much. I was going to be doing that anyway at the end of the live, but you made me, you encouraged me to do that as well before, and I'm going to try to do that more often. Okay, now let's get into the shit. Let's start with, I have a couple of things I'm going to get into. Not a long live today, but of course, as always, there's a lot going on in the world. And, make sure after the live, maybe we'll do some more breaths afterward to let go of some of this shit, okay? But I think we'll start with the lighter things. And that's probably going to be, I think Keefe D might be the first thing today. Give me 1 second.
Seth, you don't cough anymore. Oh my God.
There's an ad, and then I'll come back to y'all. 1 second. Okay. All right. So I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of Keefe D, who is going to be facing trial for Tupac's unaliving in March. I believe the trial is set for March 17th. Now, Keefe D, he's been fighting hard, tooth and nail, trying to get out. He's been denied at every turn. Well, thank you to Beautiful Spirit. She sent me this yesterday. He actually got into an altercation, into a fist fight yesterday behind bars, and they have released that footage. I don't know how they released this footage, but he actually picked up more charges, it seems. So I'm going to play this video. I hope I don't get in trouble because YouTube don't really like violence and stuff, but it's a real quick few seconds of a video.
You're learning more about what led up to new charges for the man accused of orchestrating the murder of Tupac Shakur. Thank you so much for joining us at noon. I'm Ozzy Mora. Documents our 8 News Now investigators obtained today reveal Dwayne Keefe D. Davis allegedly fought with another inmate. These surveillance images that you're seeing right now show the fight inside the Clark County Detention Center last week. Davis is charged with battery. An officer pepper sprayed him. He was in court this morning on that new charge where a judge reviewed his bail. Davis remains in custody and he is due in court in February for both this case and the murder.
Okay, so I guess they didn't play the actual footage, so that's good. But it appears that he has picked up new charges. Let's see what TMZ has to say about this. The man cops say is responsible for Tupac Shakur's death was involved in a jailhouse brawl while awaiting trial in his Tupac murder case, and now he's facing a new charge. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis got into a physical fight with a fellow inmate at Clark County Detention Center in Las Vegas, according to multiple reports. Now, it seems to me he might have been defending himself because he doesn't seem like the type of guy who's just going to start fighting somebody. And based on what the other guy looks like, I don't know. It doesn't look like he attacked somebody, but he did pick up a new charge. So let's continue with this article. They say Keefe D and his opponent engaged in mutual combat by grappling and throwing closed fist strikes. And Keefe D allegedly put the other guy in a headlock. So Keefe D in his old age still got it, okay? He's still able to defend himself and put up them dukes when necessary. Because I believe he's in his 60s at this point with that big old extended belly of his. I know his health is probably not the best, but he seemed to be able to hold his own. They say it sounds like the fight was pretty intense. Reports say the two men were only separated after a corrections officer doused both the inmates with pepper spray. Keefe D is now charged with battery by a prisoner, according to new legal docs obtained by TMZ. An officer reportedly says Keefe D told them he was just standing his ground. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, obviously I didn't see the actual video, but it looked like he was just standing there, and it looked like the guy said something to him or something was going on. Now it says Tupac's alleged killer has been in custody in Sin City since September 2023 when he was indicted for the late rapper's murder, the first big break in the cold case for a long, long time. We're talking 20-something years. Now, they say his alleged killer, but actually it was his nephew, Orlando Anderson, who was said to have pulled the trigger. He was the one who supposedly handed him the GUN and was also in the car during the drive-by. So he wasn't actually the one who pulled the trigger, but he wrote books. He wrote a book and he did interviews. He did a proffer agreement with LAPD, which and where he confessed. He also confessed to Las Vegas police. He claims that he was offered immunity, but apparently that wasn't the case. So they say Keefe's murder trial isn't set to begin until March. He's pleaded not guilty. And I will be obviously keeping track of this trial. I've been posting the updates over on my other channel, The Nosy Goddess, Nozey Goddess. I think I'm going to move the news back to this channel because I don't think that audience over there is too interested. It has like the lowest views of all the videos. But yeah, that's the update on that. Let me see. Faye said he's guilty. Hey, Black Letter Law. Oh, by the way, you guys, Black Letter Law did go live earlier today. I believe it's day 3 of A$AP Rocky's trial. So be sure you guys go check her out. You see how that goes, Black Letter Law? That's called a shout out. That's called a hello. I'm messing with you, but kind of not at the same time. But yeah, I haven't checked out her live from today just yet, but I definitely will be doing that. And all you in the comments, Facey, my people are over there supporting you, girl. I mean, I saw you in the chat. I'm sorry, I was over there as well. I think it was yesterday. So shout out to Afi Esquire, though, for all of her hard work. And she's over there putting it down for the people. All right, speaking of A$AP, we're going to move over to that story now. I'm just going to go over to the LA Times. Now, I know there's testimony. This is a live case on television, so you can find all the goings on really anywhere. I think I saw some clips on Instagram and YouTube. So I think Law and Crime is airing it live. I'm pretty sure a lot of news channels are. But this is from the LA Times, and this is covering some of what happened today. It says Rihanna made her first appearance in court during A$AP Rocky's assault trial. And I think I want to throw up a quick little picture while I read some of this, in case somebody pops in wondering what I'm talking about here. This was them last night, by the way. She came into LA and they got some pictures of her. I haven't seen any pictures of her from coming to court, but she's at court. It says Rihanna made her first appearance in court during A$AP Rocky's assault trial Wednesday, with the singer seated in the gallery as the downtown Los Angeles court heard key testimony about an alleged shooting that could send her rap star partner to prison for nearly 20 years. On the witness stand was Terrell Efron, aka A$AP Relly, a co-founder of A$AP Mob, the Harlem rap collective that helped launch Rocky's career. Efron testified that he met up with Rocky, whose legal name is Rakim Myers, in Hollywood on November 6, 2021, in the hopes of fixing their broken friendship. Efron said the two had drifted apart as Myers' star Rose and the other members of the crew struggled to find success. Aside from Myers, most members of A$AP are now broke or bums, Efron previously testified. Wow. He said, I call him Mr. 6 Month Man because I'd see him once every 6 months when he come around. He was fake. What are we supposed to be in this A$AP thing for? Efron asked. It was all smoke and mirrors. Tensions between the two were high that night, Efron testified, after he overheard Myers insulting him on a phone call the day before. Efron also erroneously believed Myers had reneged on a promise to pay for the funeral of an A$AP collective member who had died of an overdose. Efron said he was hoping to squash the beef with Myers when they met near the W Hotel on the night of the shooting, but Myers showed up with 2 other members of the A$AP crew and immediately sparked a confrontation. So it sounds like A$AP was still being supported by some of the other members of the crew. So Relly is kind of on the outs, is what it sounds like. Excuse me, let me get some water. All right, Efron said it was all like a movie, just like the way he was walking. The whole thing caught me off guard, like there was no time to talk. Prosecutors have accused Myers of shooting at Efron, who suffered a graze wound on his hand. Myers is charged with 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon and faces sentencing enhancement for using a gun in the alleged crime. Myers has pleaded not guilty, with lawyers claiming the gun used in the encounter was a music video prop incapable of firing real bullets. When Myers arrived for court around 9:45 a.m., he was flanked by his usual entourage and mobbed by media. Something in my throat, child. But his paramour was nowhere in sight. Let me play this real quick. Sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Back up. Hey, ASAP, how you feeling today?
Don't push me.
Oh, pardon me.
Do not push me.
Excuse me. Watch out, guys. Move.
Wait, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, sir.
of the press.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
do not wish to quarrel. I don't want no smoke. Just don't step on my toes,
Yes,
please.
sir.
All right? All right, thank you.
Watch your fit, ASAP.
Let's go. Back it up. Back it up.
¿Cómo estás ahora?
Back it up. Let's go.
¿Estás bien?
Back it up.
Watch out.
All right,
Good luck, ASAP.
thank you, brother.
Back up, bro. Back up.
Hey, ASAP, how you feeling today?
Don't push me.
Oh, pardon
Do
me.
not push me.
Okay, I just needed a little time to get my throat quenched. Okay, let me go back to this article. I saw some comments. Hey, Chrissy Power. Hey, No. Thank you for popping in, saying hello. Thank you for coming into the replay as well. Appreciate your comments. Juti said that trench coat worsened my headache. I'm sorry. You know, he's a little sassy, don't you think? Told him don't step on his shoes. He worried about his outfit. Faye said, I didn't think a bullet would only cause a scratch that strange. You could get a scratch from anything. Yeah, it's kind of weird that he has scratches on his knuckles. He makes it seem like he's like some type of superhero. He put his hands up to block the bullets. I don't know how that happened. All right. So they said Rihanna's presence in court wasn't confirmed until a little after 10 a.m. when she was spotted by reporters sitting among Myers' family, dressed in a black pea coat and sporting glasses. She must have taken some type of secret entrance. The Umbrella singer could be seen watching Efron's testimony intently. She is not a witness in the case, though her relationship to Myers came up during jury selection. LA County Superior Court Judge Mark Arnold made no mention of her presence, and it was not clear if jurors were aware she was in court. And I think that might have been the point, to keep her low key. Her representatives have not responded to prior requests for comments on the case. There is video of the confrontation between Myers and Efron, but it does not show the full incident. One clip shows a man in a hooded sweatshirt who prosecutors and Efron say is Myers, grabbing Efron around the head and neck, then pulling a gun from his waistband. Another shows the shooting from but doesn't clearly show anyone's face, though it does capture audio of 2 loud pops that sound like gunshots. Myers' defense attorney, Joe Tacopina, who is likely to begin cross-examining Efron on Thursday, has said that the weapon was a prop gun that only fired blanks. Efron said Myers pointed a gun at his head, face, and chest as the two had a screaming match. Efron insisted he had no intention for things to turn violent, claiming he didn't want to hurt his old friend or tank his career in the music industry. In quotes, it says, "If I fight Rocky, I'm already not liked. So if I'm fighting him, I'm definitely getting blackballed. All the labels like him and work with him." The clash was interrupted when a couple walked by, according to Efron. But just as things seemed to be settling down, Efron said he saw one of the men Myers brought with him, Jamel Phillips, aka Rocky 12 VVY, putting away a knife. At that point, Efron said he felt betrayed and furious. I'm like, oh, hell no. So now I'm walking with them and I'm literally screaming out at the top of my lungs how Rocky failed us, how Jamel went on tour with Rocky for 8 or 9 years and he's back in the projects. Efron said, "I knew that I would never see this dude again. I probably would have walked away if I hadn't seen the knife." So it sounds like beef, which, I mean, I guess, is it understandable that the guy is pissed off that they all started as a collective? A$AP Rocky shot to fame and has remained relevant, even though I don't know his music at all. And I don't know if he even still puts out music. He's more of a fashion guy. You're going to see him more at the fashion shows and things like that rather than putting out music. But the man seems to be doing pretty well, especially now that he's with Rihanna, has his babies with her. And this guy feels left out. He feels like they all were let down, that, I don't know if they made some type of pact to say, if one of us make it, we all make it. I'm never going to, all of them saying that if we make it, if somebody makes it rather than others, that we're going to hold each other down. I mean, I don't know if that was ever a thing. I mean, but at the same time, is it not okay for somebody to go on their own path? If you are successful and your crew isn't, is it not okay for you to continue living your life and move on with your new circle? These are things that one would question. However, you also look at a person, their loyalty, do they have any type of heart to say, well, you know what, I'm not going to let y'all starve. I'm not going to let y'all be in a position where you are back grinding and breaking laws in order to eat and feed your family. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Baby Yoda. They said, never leave your crew behind. That's how I would be. I think I would be somebody who's going to still, if I'm not, maybe I'm not riding with you every day and you're not with me in the tabloids and at the fashion shows, but you're going to hear from me. I might send for you to come to the house and spend some time or come on vacation for a couple of days. I'm going to make sure your family isn't starving. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with multimillionaires and your crew is in the projects and having a hard time. And as people age, it gets harder and harder to pivot and create new careers and try to, think of new ways in order to earn money. Like it's not easy. And I'm pretty sure, maybe he could have used an assistant or somebody to shine his shoes. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we just don't leave people in the dirt. That's how I feel. Faye said, I didn't think, oh yeah, I think I read that one already. Okay. So that's pretty much all I got on A$AP at this point. Let me check that off my list here. So I think we'll move on to academics. So we talked about him yesterday. Being banned from Twitch after he was busted grooming a 15-year-old boy in the worst way. I mean, he just really was real nasty with it. And he actually responded to It says academic speaks on the events of the past few days and addresses the rumors. But I'm going to need to pull the audio up on a different on my iPad because I'm trying to avoid any strikes from this guy. He seems like the type. So hold on one second. Let me just pull this up. Okay, let's see.
Or the people who me and Mod, this Mod. Oh my God. I meant on this. I do want to say, obviously, for the people who have never liked me or the people who me and them may have like gone back and forth, you can't especially go to them for maybe not saying the whatever opinion, but of course they fucking hate me. You know what I mean? So like this is another chance in their moment to do whatever. But for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've watched people who I believe are neutral or kind of impartial. And I think they've kind of been right. Like, you know what I mean? They've kind of been like fair to be like, yo, listen, that nigga shouldn't have said that, but we don't believe he's listen. I think there's been fair commentary. And again, you know, one of the things in terms of me running media, I've always said, you get to the point, and I've been lucky enough to get to that point where the news guy becomes news when he either fucks up or he makes newsworthy shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's a very valuable and lucky place to get in, but also I can't expect to talk about people all day and then people can't talk about me. Okay. I do try to get on here and offer my side, just like how would, I think it would be a coward move if I talked about everybody else's shit, then didn't talk about mine. Again, I felt that we dealt with it head on last stream. I don't think there's necessarily anything more to kind of like talk about. I seen what every other streamer said. Again, I'll just say I think it's fair. I think it's fair, and it's fair game. You know what I mean? Whether it was somebody slamming me, pause, or somebody saying, "Yo, listen, people are overreacting. Let the chips fall how they may." Right? That's just what comes with commentary, and that comes with what the position I'm in. And also, here's the thing too: the reason I don't want to talk about this anymore, because y'all know I love to drag things and talk about it all day. There's like nothing I could say that people won't say. If I say I'm giving context, they're going to be like, you're deflecting. If I say, well, what about this? You're shifting. No. So again, I think I was very forthcoming in my last conversation. I don't think I need to keep adding on to it. Right? Yeah. Currently, we're suspended on Twitch. We're suspended on Twitch. The other entities you've seen that has been aligned with me or we've done business together, all that remains the same, whether it's from, the music industry, the artists, any brands. And, just because I know how niggas be hating, it's not on me to like try to assure y'all. So whatever y'all want to think is whatever y'all want to think. Okay.
So he did acknowledge the ban on Twitch. I feel like he should be banned everywhere. He should be banned on YouTube. He should be banned on any other platform. And I think it's just going to be a matter of time because people, what they're doing is they're sending the audio or the video clips to these platforms to let them know what has happened and let them know that they are outraged by what has happened. And this is going to add fuel to his fire. So I don't know. I think it's a matter of time before, because we talked about yesterday how he did lose some sponsors. I'm going to play a little bit of what he said.
Out. Should he?
I want to play a little bit of what he said when he actually addressed it.
Yeah. There's a couple streaming niggas I could body. I got some shit. But it's neither here nor there. Here's the thing. And I think this is the way that I want to go forward and proceed at this time for today. I think it's important to acknowledge, at least for me, that you know what? I look at myself compared to a lot of these kids, and I'm gonna call them kids because that's what they are. And I'm talking about other streamers. I've been doing this for 15 years. I've prided myself with being very, good at what I do. I take a lot of pride in the platform I've built. With also that being said, heavy's the head that wears the crown, and also the person who has the platform, you have to take accountability at times too. So, this whole thing recently, I'm definitely using it and taking it as a teachable moment. Okay. It's a teachable moment for me that no matter what is going on, no matter how jaded you become to whatever thing, or no matter how you might think, of anything, you got to be very careful with not only what you say or to who you say it, but the mere fact that, hey, listen, we have a platform that I think we're very lucky to have. You know what I mean? Me and the other streamers, I think we're really lucky to have, right? If at any time there's an example that is set that is not representative of what we want to put out, I think it's upon the streamer or whoever owns the platform to make the proper adjustments. And the word accountability comes up a lot, right? And for everybody who is watching me, and really, I feel like I owe it only to y'all, because of course, I do. I told somebody today, I'm like, I'm one of the most hated people online. If anything ever happened to me, I think if I broke my foot, they would throw a parade. Like, there's no short of people who would celebrate the demise of academics or anything that would put me in a negative light. This is not like trying to deflect or nothing like that, but that's the reality of it. But it's something that I've known, and it's par for the course. Okay. For me to get to the level of success I've gotten, and I said this to somebody today, because they were like, why is all this shit so viral? And I said, listen.
You see how he's dancing around everything? He's not getting straight to the fact that he did something that he should never have done. He still hasn't. I mean, we're only 20 minutes into this thing. It's a 49-minute video. I'm definitely not going to play. I'm probably not going to play anymore, actually. I just wanted to make the point of this guy lacks accountability. This guy, you see, he's not addressing the meat of the issue. He's dancing around it. He's stuttering around it. And, he's just a disgusting person. He's a nasty person. And that's why I'm going to share what was going on with him last year. In May, this article was out: facing lawsuit alleging rape, MAGA pastor DJ Academics threatens to expose others. Podcaster and streamer DJ Academics is facing allegations of rape and defamation, according to a lawsuit filed on Monday. Academics, whose real name is Livingston Allen, I forgot about that, Livingston, has a podcast and video content that focuses on the music industry and hip hop news in particular. He's gained a right-wing following in recent years, seemingly due to his support for Donald Trump and his conspiratorial attacks on Black women in the public eye, like Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis and rapper Megan Thee Stallion. He's managed to parlay his notoriety into massive online engagement that nets him interviews with well-known figures like Donald Trump Jr. The new allegations against Allen, made by writer Fawzia Abashi, are laid out in a civil lawsuit filed in New Jersey, where Allen lives. Abashi claims in her lawsuit that things went awry after she was invited to Allen's house one night in July 2022. Abashi says Allen invited her over on July 16th, but that she was greeted, drugged, and raped on Allen's pool deck by two men she didn't expect to be there. Abashi claims she was given a drug that caused her to lose consciousness and that she awoke early the next morning as Allen was brutally raping her. Her suit claims that alleged rape by Allen's friends was captured on surveillance footage and that Allen played the footage back for her. Abashi says that she recorded audio of Allen admitting to sexual intercourse with her and obtained a rape kit that contained traces of his spermicide. Abashi's lawsuit states that she went to police with her claims but chose silence until Allen spoke online about the incident. Her defamation allegation stems from Allen's claim in a December 2023 video that he hadn't had sex with Abashi. Instead, he said she was getting trained by my two men on my pool deck. The grave allegations are part of a civil case, meaning the burden of proof is significantly lower if her suit goes to trial than if Allen were charged with the crime. Allen issued a denial on his video stream on Tuesday, calling the allegations a shakedown and blaming them on his race, his popularity, and alleged ramifications of his role in hyping up the beef between rappers Drake and Kendrick Lamar. And he also blamed the Kendrick Lamar fans for the fact that actually a rapper named Top 5 that he recently signed to his little bunk label has been incarcerated because he was showing that he had a weapon while online. I think it was spotted on Academic's stream, but the guy was on a probation. He had just gotten out a couple months ago on weapons charges, I think, or something, or some type of assault charge. And he wasn't supposed to have a weapon. So it was spotted on Academic stream and somebody reported it, I believe. They say Whack 100 reported it. But this guy was threatening Kendrick Lamar. He was threatening to hurt him. So people were celebrating the fact that he got locked up. But Academics blamed Kendrick's fans for that. I think he even blamed them for his trouble. In quotes, it says, "My only comment should really be that whatever this is will be handled in court. Just know, according to the law and according to police and according to all sanctioning governing authorities, Academics is an innocent man who has never been charged with anything of the sort and has to do with any deviancy or anything like that. Has never been charged and will never be charged. That's a fact," he said. The above was not Allen's only statement on the matter. He ended by offering a pretty grim threat to other folks in the industry. "Let me tell y'all this about everybody in the industry. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If AK ever goes down or if AC ever goes down, y'all are going to go down with me because I hold no secrets from anybody." So what does this say to you about this guy? To me, it says that he's pretty guilty, number one, and he's putting that threat out there because wherever his protections are coming from, he was giving a message or putting a message out there to them. If I go down, y'all all are going down. And if it's the labels, because the labels do pay this guy to promote their artists, they don't want their artists being caught up in any of this mess. So he could be talking to the labels. But yeah, the point is that he is a disgusting, shitty person. Faye said he's a narcissist. Thank you for the bells. Yes. And another monster. He's really a lowlife. Exactly. He shouldn't have threatened Kendrick. That's nasty. Yeah, that guy threatened Kendrick and now he's locked up. So exactly where he belongs. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to just move on to my final little topic, which is kind of heavy. Honestly, I didn't even realize, and I'm embarrassed to say that it was going on. This heavy, at least. And what I'm talking about is, I'll save this for tomorrow. I had another topic, but let's see. Oh, actually, it's not my last story, but well, let me just do this instead. So I guess Trump had said he was going to freeze the federal funds being rescinded, but then he froze the rescinded, the fact that they're going to be rescinded, and he signed a law easing deportation for minors, it says. So where things stand, there's a grant freeze. The White House pulled back an order on Wednesday that froze trillions of dollars in federal grants and loans and sparked mass confusion across the country. A federal judge has temporarily blocked it. And President signed his first bill into law, and it's closely tracked his agenda on immigration. The bill directs the authorities to detain and deport immigrants who are accused, not yet convicted, of special crimes that they are in the country illegally. And it looks like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. faces bruising questions and struggled to convince senators that he is not anti-vaccine. I think he put Robert Kennedy Jr. in charge of the the health, because he took us from the World Health Organization and then put him in charge over that area. But it says that during an hours-long hearing on Wednesday, as his confirmation as health secretary, that's his title, hangs in the balance. And let's see, the freeze is rescinded, but a review to eliminate spending on woke ideologies will proceed. Yeah, so he's doing a lot. I think he's changing Black History Month, which starts February 1st, to Americans Month or something like that. And yeah, he's doing a lot of crazy stuff. But I'm going to move on to what I wanted to talk about here. Now, this was very disturbing. Turn that music off. So if you don't know what you're looking at, this is, it says, if you can't give, send this to a friend. This is now. We just started an emergency GoFundMe. The link is in my bio and the bio of iHeartAfrica.org. Give what you can. It says people are raiding food stores in Goma, Congo. They have been starving because of the war there. Has been no electricity, water, or access to food. We need help, support the children right now. So this is the chaos that is happening because there's war and there's just chaos. And it's heartbreaking. And people are commenting, this is what's going to happen here if things don't get better. Some of the comments, some places in America will soon be like this. Somebody said, free Congo, I still can't stop crying. It's only Black people that have been suffering from day one till now. Somebody said, it's not a raid, it belongs to them, give it up. The mistreatment has to stop. They need to take back their country. And then someone, which is the point I was going to make, is why is this not on the news? World News, BBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, hello. And I agree. I haven't seen much of anything about this. Now, it is in the online papers. Like I typically will go to the LA Times, the New York Times, just to kind of scan the headlines. And there are articles, but they're not the priority articles. And with Trump now in office, I think he said something to the effect of, I think it was regarding Hamas, but he said like, well, that's over there. It's not here. That's kind of their problem type of thing. But there, again, are children also who are suffering. So if you are able to help and give, they said iHeartAfrica.org is where to go. Let's see. I had something else I wanted to show. Well, I mean, this is going on in Ethiopia, this is going on in Sudan, this is going on in the DR Congo. And, the rebels are fighting the government, but here's something that I was going to show. I don't want to play the music, but it says racism in real time. War rages in Goma, DR Congo for minerals. For the tech industry, the world remains silent. But if this was Ukraine, Palestine, LA, and this is just heartbreaking. It says this is going on. Let's see. There's no electricity, water, or access to food. The embassy is on fire. The prison is on fire, and the prisoners have escaped. This war is all for minerals for tech companies. No Congo, no phone, no smart cars, no AI. Innocent people are suffering. We need your help to help provide for and protect the children. We just started an emergency GoFundMe. The link is in our bio. Please give what you can. And this is Kinshasa, Manifestation devant les Nations Unies. And this was, I guess, the invasion at the prison, or the prisoners escaping. And this is the airport. I don't know if you guys can see the crowd. Let me see if I can make this larger. I mean, it's just mass chaos. Just mass chaos. The military trucks lined up.
Patikana ndani ya mji wa Goma, na tangu jana usiku mapambano ni makali zaidi katikati ya M23 na jeshi la Congo. Listen unayoisikia.
I think he's trapped, because I saw, let me see if this is the one that shows. I saw some footage of some soldiers, some rebel soldiers who were trapped, and the citizens were giving them clothes to change into so that they wouldn't, or I don't know if they were actual government soldiers. I'm not sure where it was side. They were soldiers, and the people were giving them clothes to change into so they wouldn't get caught. Yeah, I mean, imagine living among in the middle of this. You know, this is horrible. And people are saying in the comments, the world remains silent. Okay, so there's a bunch of other stuff to talk about, but I think I'm going to leave it here, y'all. Let me see. Trump is out of control. Praying for all the families out there. This is heartbreaking. Juti has her tears here. Yes. First, Trump can't erase Black History Month, and the people of Africa suffered enough. Heartbreaking. Yeah. He's trying to erase it. I'm telling you. Trump cannot take away Black History Month, but that is unbelievable that he has no right to do that. I hope that this doesn't actually happen. I mean, he can try, but, you know, I don't know, child. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, every day there's something new and crazy. But I want to thank you for taking the time to hang out with me for this hour. And yeah, I just really want to send loving thoughts. Actually, before we go, don't sign off yet. I wanted to make sure we had some type of positivity, or maybe a couple of laughs even. Let me see. This is something.
2025 is about to be the least outside year of my life. Don't call me and ask me if I'm coming, because I'm not, especially if it's in a large crowd. Are you coming to the Nope? Are you going to be at the Nope? Are you going to go see the Nope? I'm not going to be there. I might not come out for the next 4 years. I think 2025 is about to be the least.
And that's my sentiment exactly. This is something else I wanted to share.
Hey, watch this whole video.
Classic videos.
Because
Don't cheat. You don't want to be left out.
I'm serious, because the reality is he's saying religion is not important. And what's real is that spirituality is what's missing from us. The Eye of Horus, okay, which is the origin of every religion, is actually just a depiction of your pineal gland. Therefore, that would mean that this whole all-knowing eye that's looking around at everything is you looking at you, in you, and this is the solution: to tune in. We need to meditate. We need to cleanse ourselves of negative energy. Stop allowing this system to dictate who we are. You're fueling it just by getting up every day and going to work. I'm telling you. Okay, yes, you need money to sustain life, okay? But you don't have to work to feed this system. This is the matrix. That prison they talk about, you born unto, can't see, smell, touch, or hear. That is this all around you. Look at the consumerism. This is a consumer-based economy. Why are black people so at the target and forefront of it? Is because we consume the most. You know why? Because we're spirits first. So don't tell me, oh, stop talking about spirituality, because that's the source of where we come from. Without spirituality, we won't exist.
Talk that talk.
Before physics was the metaphysics. Before the metaphysics was the astronomy. Before the astronomy was the astrology. All of this is in you. Whether you know it or not, those Akashic records they talk about, that's not an actual library with books in it. That's in here. In your DNA, in the blood, those little black dots. I don't know the scientific name for it, but it's in your blood. It's information that you collected life cycle to life cycle. But see, a lot of us are not ready for this information. We want to stay in the Jesus programming. We hope Jesus gonna fly down one day and just stop all this, but he's not. You know why? Because he don't exist. And they got the idea of Jesus from your black ass. Okay? They took what your ancestors taught them, hid it from you, and now they're using it to manipulate you. Steal your children, steal your identity. That's the whole secret to the secret, is that they are stealing your spirit, stealing your energy, using you to fuel themselves.
Hey, watch this whole video.
Wow, I didn't get to the end of this when I had first seen it, and I'm like blown away at this moment. I'm going to go ahead and read this caption real quick. It says, "We are all in spiritual warfare. Before anything is physical, it's spiritual first. This physical world is merely an illusion, a dream, because a higher energy fell in frequency. Now we embody a shell in a physical dimension, which is also known as hell in this current paradigm. Although this realm has been inhabited for millions of years, and we only know much of what dates back to 6,000 years ago. There has been a matrix system and or construct put into place by extraterrestrial beings that feed on low frequency energies. That's why the system is the way it is. It conditions you to be a brain dead slave to the system. So it can harvest your energy. It can harvest your energy and so trap you. Figure out who you are beyond the physical realm. You are not your body, nor are you your name, age, thoughts, ethnicity, gender, etc. This all only exists in this dimension as an organism inhabiting an environment. You are a spirit, a soul before physical. Figure out why you are here, why you are connected to the things you're connected to. Everything is connected as an immortal soul." That's pretty deep. I don't even go that deep, and I thought I was deep. Okay, I thought I was deep, but that's pretty deep. I mean, in the beginning of this program, I encouraged you to meditate. We did some breathing, and this is exactly what she's talking about: tuning in, tuning to the internal. I think I had mentioned that on the 25th there was a planetary alignment, and when I was looking into that, I was getting messages that this is actually a projection of what is going on within our bodies. Our bodies internalize the universe. So just again, encouraging you to take time every single day to go within, take some deep breaths. We can do that again right now before we sign out. Close your eyes and relax for just a minute, whether you're sitting, laying down. Obviously, if you're driving or doing something that you need your eyes open for, please don't close them. But I do want to encourage you to do that for 1 second. And we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to just take a couple of deep breaths just to breathe in the good and breathe out the bad. I'll just keep it very simple so that we can clear the air, clear all the fogginess and the confusion and the chaos around us to get a clear picture of the connection that we have within, to spirit, to God, to the source. So we're breathing in through the nose, breathe in, and breathe out through the mouth. Another breath. Sorry. See, they're trying to attack me for doing this. Yeah, but breathe in. Come on. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Now, the breathing technique has a lot of healing properties. You can do, there's different ways to breathe in order to heal certain things. So, and even for weight loss, like you can do the fast breaths after you eat. They say you breathe in really fast and out really fast to sharpen your metabolism. So like you do that. I don't know if you have to wait 30 minutes. I have a book that details all of it, but that increases your metabolism and helps you lose weight. And then there's breathing to regulate your heart rate, and your blood pressure, and there's so many healing properties with breath meditation. So feel free to email me, goddessdawnspeaks@gmail.com. If you want a session, we can do it over the phone, or I can give you a link. We could do it here on StreamYard. I'll even do a first session at no cost, and I can give you my rates in the email. But I'm just encouraging you to take control of yourself, your health, everything. And just always keep your mindset on positivity and abundance, and help to keep your frequency high and help you connect to the higher frequency things here in the world. Okay. So with that said, I do love and appreciate you. Faye said, I love the live. Thank you. Grateful for you and appreciate you. I love the breath meditation. Thank you so much, Faye, for that. And I know you're well aware and you're already tuned in, so that always helps too. But all right, y'all. Peace and love, and we will be back here tomorrow. And also, by the way, I did put up finally my Girls Gone Wild recap and reaction. Girls Gone Wild, the untold story about Joe Francis and how much of a mess he is. And I have some more looking into about him, because I'm having a feeling he's kind of connected to the Diddy thing. He came out of his hibernation in September when Diddy was arrested, and just based on the things that I learned during the documentary. And also I saw there's a picture of him with Al Sharpton, who we now know has been a mole for the feds for a very long time. And I believe he was with I believe Al Sharpton was with Joe Francis because he was probably spying on him for the feds, because the feds were looking at him. But it was a very interesting documentary. And like I said, it was on Peacock. But if you don't have Peacock and you just want to kind of kick it and listen to how this all went down, go ahead and go to the Nosey Goddess, Nozey Goddess on YouTube, and watch that video. Because when I checked in, I didn't have any views, and I spent a lot of time working on this. So I'd appreciate the support. Thank you, you guys, Juti, Michelle. Yes, Chrissy Power, Baby Yoda, thanks for popping in. I'm sure Noah's going to be in the replay. Priscilla or Season Sagittarius, shout out to y'all, as well as Beautiful Spirit. I love y'all. And until next time. Oh, and Wow Wayne, of course. I can't forget Wow Wayne. Yes, check the replay, leave a comment. Thank you, Wow Wayne. Till next time, y'all. Bye.